Live from Baumhower's Victory Grille in Tuscaloosa, welcome to Hey Coach on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Hey Coach is presented by Alfa Insurance. Protect your car's home, life, and business with Alfa. Get a quote or find a local agent at alfainsurance.com. Hey Coach is also brought to you by Everwood, the official treated lumber of Alabama Athletics. Ford, for great offers on F-150, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide. Golden Flake, the official potato chip of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Yellow Hammer Brewing, Alabama's finest craft brewery. Toyota, visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. And by Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Now, live from Baumhower's Victory Grille in Tuscaloosa, this is Hey Coach.
And we are so glad to have you with us for another edition of our program presented by Alfa Insurance. Protect your car's home life and business with Alfa. I'm Chris Stewart. Tom Stipe, our producer. Jerry Kelly runs the show back in our CTSN studios. And we are so glad to have you with us from the official watch party location of the Crimson Tide, Baumhower's Victory Grille. A full lineup today. Coach Nate Oats will be joining us in the last half hour of the show. The Crimson Tide ranked in the AP and coaches polls inside the top 20. It's great to see, and also great to see the Tide playing so well. A big reason why. The play of Aaron Estrada, the senior guard or the graduate transfer guard, will be joining us in the program as well. We'll talk gymnastics with the head coach of the Crimson Tide, Ashley Johnston, and one of her great student athletes is with us here as well, Lilly Hudson, joining us to get things started off in our next segment. Keep up with everything Alabama with the Alabama Crimson Tide mobile app presented by Cadence Bank. It's available at the App Store and at Google Play. Download the Alabama Crimson Tide mobile app now for free. We're back at Baumhower's in just a moment. We are indeed talking with Lilly Hudson right after this on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill.
2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Come shop everything game day at Pants Store. We're a one-stop shop for women's, men's, and kids' clothing, shoes, and accessories. For the ladies, we have game day rompers, tops, skirts, skirts, white boots, and clear bags. For the guys, we have game day polos, button-downs, quarter zips, and hats. Choose from famous name brands like Born Legend, Antigua, Cutter & Buck, Gentile, and more. We can't wait to see you at Pants Store. Shop in store at our 6 locations or online at pantsstore.com. Roll Tide!
Producing championship quality lumber is not an easy process, but at Everwood Preserving, it's our only process. Wood treated right. Everwood offers top-notch pressure-treated wood for decks, outdoor structures, commercial jobs, and more that you can build your reputation on. When it comes to quality, we're on the winning team. Visit your local Everwood dealer today and discover the difference for yourself. Everwood Preserving Incorporated, the official lumber of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Do you say roll tide instead of hello? See elephants in the clouds? Never wear blue and orange together? If so, there's no better way to show your Crimson Tide pride than with the University of Alabama Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card. As passionate as you are about Bama, Regions is even more passionate about celebrating your every financial win and helping you plan for the next one. To order your card, visit regions.com/GoBama. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
We've all been caught up in the little chores that pile up every day. The dishes in the sink, the trash that needs taking out, the pesky check engine light. Isn't it time to make a change and escape to a whole new world of possibilities where there's dinner without dishes?
back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any sports fan. So make sure you... Wait, Jim, I didn't mean try it right now. We're still on the air.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
Really?
No, not right now, Jen. We got a game to call.
This segment of Hey Coach is presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. With zero sugar and refreshingly delicious, is Coca-Cola Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Well, find out for yourself. We are finding out for ourselves that young ladies that represent the University of Alabama Gymnastics program are tremendous young ladies and also great to talk to. Lilly Hudson joining us here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Baumhower's Victory Grill. Hey, Coach, and in this segment anyway, it's Hey, Lilly. And Jacksonville, Florida native.
Yes.
Committed in 8th grade?
I did.
To the university? Well, a smart 8th grader, obviously. You knew where to go to school. But you were telling me the first time you came here, you knew Tuscaloosa was for you.
I knew it. From the moment I stepped on campus, it was home. I loved the atmosphere. I loved the people around it, the environment. It's home, and I love it. And I love that I trusted my gut and my intuition at just 14.
Well, and again, you're not saying this to us as a freshman who's only a few months into it. You're a junior now, so you've been a part of this. And what is it about the university? The gymnastics speaks for itself, but what is it about the University of Alabama that's made it such a great fit for you?
It's truly a family. It's tradition that just builds on. And I think just knowing that going into the gym every day, I have a family that loves me for who I am, not just my performance on the floor, and truly developing me into someone who's going to be successful outside of my sport. And that's everywhere. It's not just in the gym. You can feel it on campus with school and teachers. And so I think that's just really special.
What's your major?
I'm psychology. I just changed it.
I'm not even going to go into a conversation with you because, man, I could fill a notebook and a half just in the time we'll do this interview. I know that I'd make a great project for you. So I'm just going to leave. I'm going to leave it alone and go as quick as we can here. Talk to us about what it was like. Didn't have the weekend that you wanted as a squad. So what was the gym like today? Tell us what practice was like today.
The gym was on fire today. We came in with intention to just get a little bit better. We're fired up. It's Auburn week. We can't wait to get there Friday and just go lights out. But regarding last week, I think we just take every week as a growing and learning opportunity. The more tools that we can build up now to prepare us for national championships later on, the better. So I think it was a really good week to just learn and grow. Now's the time to do it.
All right. So you compete in multiple events, but when you're on floor, you get a chance to pick your music.
I do.
Run through the playlist.
Oh, yeah. We've got a mix of Dixieland Delight and Sweet Home Alabama, and I am so excited to do that at Auburn this week.
That's right, because they got to play it.
They got to play it. They got to listen to it for a minute and a half, and I can't wait. So I think, but doing it in Coleman makes it worth getting booed at Auburn. So I'm excited.
If you get booed at Auburn, sweetheart, that's a badge of honor.
Oh, I can't wait to get booed.
Well,
it pumps me up.
Get booed and then watch them boo again when they give you a 10. How about that?
I like it. Let's do it.
It's special, I know, to represent Alabama, but in that rivalry as well. But as you said, it's about more than just the rivals within the SEC. It's about competing at the highest level. And tell us what you're going through right now within this league and who you compete with nationally does help you prepare for what is to come postseason.
I think just being in the SEC, you're faced with a tough meet every single week. And so by the time we get to postseason, we've been prepped. We have the tools. We've acquired every possible scenario of pressure that we can use to help us perform at our best in the most intense competition at the end of the year.
Fantastic. Well, we wish you the best of luck, not only this week on the Plains, but throughout the course of the rest of the year. And we're excited about your senior year, but we're not going to jump ahead. We're going to enjoy this junior year.
It goes too fast.
And all. You're exactly right. Exactly right. Lilly Hudson, thanks so much. Congratulations again on all your success, and we appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you so much for having me. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide indeed. Jacksonville, Florida native Lilly Hudson joining us here at Baumhower's Victory Grill, where you can order from the Inflation Bites menu. Deals starting at just $7.99. A pound of traditional award-winning wings, curly Q fries, and a free beverage. It's only $11.99 at Baumhower's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food, and we're back after a legendary break on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
This message is for Karina, our mom who finished her high school diploma at age 28. Hi, Mom. It's Emmettith and Nicholas. Congratulations on getting your diploma. You worked so hard and have taught us so much. We love you.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because feeling full can sound like this.
How did the interview go? I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
And like this.
Mom, I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/act now. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I'm made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container, because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Adopt U.S. Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the Lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Hey Coach. It's presented by Alfa Insurance. We're so glad to have you with us for our program this week. Welcoming in the head coach of the Alabama Gymnastics program, Ashley Johnston. Coach, always good to see you.
Great to see you as well. Thanks.
And it is great whenever, we talk about University of Alabama where legends are made. But some are going to be legends regardless, and we got one in the house tonight. Sarah Patterson is here, lady who put Alabama gymnastics and really gymnastics in the Southeastern Conference on the map as well, and somebody I know that you have leaned on heavily, not only as a student athlete, as one of her gymnasts, but also as the head coach of the Crimson Tide as well.
Absolutely. Sarah and David Patterson have been amazing mentors for me. Going back to even my time as a student athlete here in my recruiting process, they have just always been such amazing encouragers. And what struck me immediately was how they cared about me as a human and also as a gymnast. But more importantly, it was me as a human first. And they have just always been about helping me be the best version of myself, and by doing that, it was going to help lead to winning championships. And so being able to just train with them being my coaches, being amazing mentors, they continue to be that for me now, even though I'm not a gymnast now and I'm now in the coaching capacity. They continue to encourage me, be mentors, help me just bring it back to how do I prioritize helping somebody be the best version of them, and then that is what leads to winning championships. So really our relationship is sort of the same. We're just in different roles now, and I'm just so thankful for how they continue to help me in my journey and help our team be the best version of ourselves.
So they got a much tougher job right now than they did as coaches at the University of Alabama. They're grandparents right now. It's a lot more fun, but that can be interesting at times as well. I'm going to guess that you talk about the life conversations, parenting. It's even the type of thing that you're able to lean on them for as well.
You're right. I actually remember when I first accepted the job, Sarah's first thing that she said to me was, "I will figure daycare out for you." Yeah. And that was the last thing on my mind. But come to find out, that was a very important thing that I had to get figured out. And so, I think during that era, I kind of called her my fairy godmother, because it was like anything that I started thinking about, she was like 3 steps ahead and already beat me to it. And that alone was such a tremendous help in adjusting to a new role and having additional responsibilities and all the things that our family was going through. And so to have, Sarah and David, who are the architects of this program, they built it, they are the legends, and to have them right here helping me anticipate the next move and maybe help me make some decisions that go smoother, at this phase, it's just been so valuable.
Consistent success, what they had. Your team's had that this year until this weekend, had a little hiccup. So tell me from your perspective how you deal with that, how you respond, because there are times where you have a great score and it may not be higher than the team you're competing against that particular night, but because your score is at a certain level, you're able to climb in the rankings and you feel like you made progress even though you weren't technically the winner on that night. This was a night, unfortunately, where you may have taken a little minor step back.
Yeah, we've started on a really good note throughout the season, and it's because we've stayed very invested in the process. And, going into last week, it was kind of our first week where there was some expectation on us. I think our team felt like our name was circled as a team to beat, and I think we took that on. We took on the expectation and the distraction and the noise, and despite the fact that we talked about it a lot, it still got to us a little bit. And so I think it was really important to kind of get that out of our system and be able to recognize that we have got to have tunnel vision. We have to ignore the noise, eliminate all the talk on the outside, and just stay focused on what we need to do, what we can control, what our process looks like, and stop comparing that to anything else. That's what served us so well during the first 4 weeks of season. And I think we got a little distracted this past week for some good reasons, but what we need to do now is respond. And this team was pretty heartbroken after last weekend, knowing that they're a great team and that was not a reflection of the work that they've done up to this point. And so I never want to waste a good learning opportunity, and that's what we've done from last week. We assessed where we were at, really figured out what are the tweaks that we need to make, and now it's all about how we respond. And so far, we're 1 day into practice, and I think they're building in a really good way.
I would imagine you have to worry about motivation, though. I mean, first of all, that's who these young ladies are. They want to get better. Oh, by the way, it's Auburn. That is, and it's on the road. Well, basketball's going to have that on Wednesday. Your ladies will have that on Friday. You're familiar. You won't have to get a map. We've forgiven you now that you've come back to the light. We do appreciate that. No, we appreciate that very much. But it is special when Alabama and Auburn get together. But it will not be a real pleasant environment for the visitors when they go in.
No, I would say Auburn is probably the toughest arena to compete in. unless you look at it a different way. And that's what we're trying to do this week. We're actually really reframing what it's like to go into enemy territory like that and how to keep the focus on us. And so we've played some fun little games and challenges. I'm looking at Lilly Hudson in the crowd here who knows exactly what I'm talking about. When you go to compete at Auburn, they try to kind of mock and poke fun at you in some of the different routines. And so we played along with that today and decided to make it our game instead. And so we're just reframing that a tough environment like that, we're going to use that to our advantage and figure out a way to rise to that and to just put on a great show.
Boy, there are a lot of ways I could go with that, but I'm just going to refrain until the commercial break and be nice through this part of it. Talk to us about Lilly, though. A young lady we had a chance to visit with earlier, but I love getting the coach's perspective on student athletes after they've been introduced to our audience.
I could say so many things about Lilly Hudson, but something that's coming to my mind right now, it actually goes back to during my time on the team when I think it was Kayla Hoffman that said a quote about heart beats talent. And that quote makes me think of Lilly because while she is one of the most talented athletes, no doubt, her heart wins every time. She, no matter the challenge, no matter the opportunity, no matter what it is, Lilly will find a way to outwant something. Sure. And there's something so valuable about having an athlete like that because her passion burns through every day, every moment. She is this steadfast rock for this team. She's really the anchor, I would say. And so I really couldn't say enough amazing things about what she brings to our program, but I think heart is really what stands out to me right now.
You've got a team full of that, and I know that helps tremendously. Give me something to look for with your team early on in the meet that we might be able to see. And I know the scores are an obvious, but what are you looking for from them, especially early in a meet, to go, okay, is this a night where we've got a chance to really be special? Or can you even look at it that way?
Yeah, there's some pretty specific things we're looking to create this week. Last week we experienced a lot of individual growth during practice, and something that we learned about ourselves on Friday night was that everybody was kind of fighting their own battle and challenge, and we didn't bring that together to collectively fight for the bigger mission. So I think really specifically we're looking to be proactive in collective energy, collective work, collective on a mission together right from the beginning. I think we're getting better and better at responding to different situations, but we're looking to really take the initiative to start that way, to start collective together, have just an in-sync energy that really builds towards the same direction this week.
Well, I hope you're able to get that accomplished. I hope that somehow, some way, that when Lilly's floor routine takes place, somebody's able to get hold of the PA and crank it an extra notch or two. During that. It'd be fun, but I hope most of all that you get the response and the reaction from your ladies that I know you're anticipating this weekend.
Thank you. I'm really looking forward to Friday night. I think this team is hungry. They're on a mission, and they're really excited to again, just kind of go out there and unleash and break free and do what they do every day.
Look forward to seeing it. Coach, thank you as always for your time. Appreciate it so much.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Coach Ashley Johnston, the Alabama Crimson Tide gymnastics team, kind enough to join us. Conversation courtesy of Everwood Treatment Company. Everwood, the official treated lumber of Alabama athletics. Everwood, wood treated right. Coming up a little bit later on, Nate Oats is with us. The Yellowhammer Brewing hotline will be open at 877-202-BAMA. If you'd like to talk with Coach Oats, again, he's about 10 minutes away here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Yellowhammer Brewing is proud to sponsor the Alabama Crimson Tide. Yellowhammer Brewing has been crafting fine beers for the state of Alabama for 12 years running. Their beers include a variety of classic styles, including their latest release, Yellowhammer Gold, a light, easy-drinking American lager. These guys are local and doing great things for their community. You can find their beers at grocery stores, restaurants, and craft beer shops throughout the state. Check them out at yellowhammerbrewing.com. Make your next pint of Yellowhammer and roll Tide.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's today for a free evaluation.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Get 3.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota RAV4. Offer valid through March 4th, 2024. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $29.52 monthly payment for every $1,000 finance. Excludes tax tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Hi, we're RJ Young. We offer technology solutions that power your business, school, hospital, church, law firm, and more. RJ Young will empower your office to be the modern office. That means an office that integrates technology as a business advantage, all to help you work smarter. From managed IT services, office equipment and technology, business process outsourcing, and digital communications, we're proud to be your one-stop for technology solutions that power your business. Come visit us at rjyoung.com.
Game clock at 38. Jalen getting the snap, taking the knee, and the white flag has been waved from the Georgia sideline. And what do you say, folks? Let's get out of here. Bama, a winner over the Georgia Bulldogs, claiming the SEC title.
For a limited time, get your Chris Stewart Let's Get Out of Here t-shirt at Coleman Coliseum this basketball season, or order online at jnjapparel.net.
Tide fans, Golden Flake Snacks have been a proud partner with the Tide family for 66 years. The South's original potato chip, Golden Flake Snacks are delicious fan favorites because they're crafted from traditional Southern recipes. From crispy, perfectly flavored potato chips to light and airy pork rinds and fluffy, cheesy cheese puffs. Share Golden Flake Snacks with your Tide family and friends. Simple, Southern goodness. That's Golden Flake. 8:24 to go. Bama 85, LSU 69. Sears flips it to Estrada. Driving, stepping through, handing it off to Nelson. Slams it, and he is fouled. Aaron Estrada, a big play in the ball game the other night. He is our guest in this segment of Hey Coach, presented by Homewood Suites by Hilton in downtown Tuscaloosa. Make yourself at home, stay in comfort, and enjoy the great options of the on-site 205 bar and restaurant. Homewood Suites by Hilton in Tuscaloosa, proud preferred hotel partner of the Crimson Tide. It is great to have the pride of Woodbury, New Jersey, in the house with us tonight. Aaron Estrada, good to see you, sir.
Yeah, appreciate you guys for having me, man.
Graduate transfer from Hofstra. You've been in the South a few times as a visitor, but tell us how you're enjoying home. I guess a lot less snow than what you're accustomed to, right?
Yeah, the weather and everything is a lot different out here. You know, it's extremely, in the summer it was extremely hot. I definitely wasn't used to that.
Right.
But, yeah, I've been adjusting well, and it's been pretty fun.
Yeah, tell me about the boot camp thing, because Coach did the, and I don't know if he didn't call it boot camp, but what's the mental toughness, the team building thing you guys did, where you got the fatigues and all that stuff going on. That looked like it may have been fun in theory and fun when you started, but I could tell soon into it you guys weren't having a ton of fun.
Yeah, it was really just like a mental battle for us with that stuff. It was teaching us how to, build team chemistry when there's adversity hitting us, when things aren't going our way. So during that retreat, we really learned a lot about our team. We learned a lot about each other individually, and we shared some stories, too, to get closer to as a team. So, yeah, I feel like it helped us a lot.
I was going to say it had to. I mean, 9 new players, scholarship players on the roster this year, 3 returnees from last year that were on scholarship. Yeah. And yet you guys have been able to blend. I mean, literally guys from all over the country. How have you been able to make it all work?
I just think that comes from how we are with each other off the court. I feel like we built a great bond, you know, starting from when everybody first got here at the end of May. We kind of was always with each other. We kind of had a lot of team morale that we kind of set up, you know, as soon as we got here, like I said. So I feel like that is ultimately just playing a part in why we're so close and why we're able to gel so well on the court.
So you start your career at Oregon, but you finish at Hofstra and have a great career there. But you got an extra year. You got one more year you can play as a grad student. So put yourself in the transfer portal.
Yeah.
Tell us, I think I know, but I want to hear your answer for why Alabama, why Tuscaloosa?
Mainly I would say because Coach Oats is just a winner. You know, I wanted to be a part of a winning program. I wanted to be a part of like a family-oriented culture. And during my visit, the hospitality and how the coaches were and everybody on the staff were to my family, that really meant a lot to me. And that was probably my best visit too. So that's like a reason why I came here. And then for like the basketball part of it, I just like the style of play. You know, they play fast, up and down, shoot a lot of threes, and that's kind of what I wanted to play for. So.
And hopefully making a lot of threes. We're going to need them on Wednesday night. I mean, you got a taste of the Iron Bowl, but you did it with the friendly crowd. You know what you're going into Wednesday, or at least you've been told, but kind of hard to prepare for that, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played at Auburn yet, so, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think I could, you know, have a picture of what to expect, but I haven't played there, like I said, so I really don't know until I actually play in it. So,
well, we hope it's a lot of fun, a lot of success. We know it's going to be a lot of noise, but we also know you guys are going to be able to handle it. Aaron, great to see you. Thanks for the time. We appreciate it. Glad to have you at Alabama, and glad it's going so well.
Yep, thank you. Appreciate you for having me.
Aaron Estrada, the graduate transfer from Woodbury, New Jersey, joining us here on Hey Coach as we continue on our program presented by Alfa Insurance. Protect your car's home life and business with Alfa. Get a quote or find a local agent at alfainsurance.com. Coach Nate Oats is with us next here from Baumhower's Victory Grill on Hey Coach on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Coleman Coliseum gives the Tide a big home court advantage. When it comes to your home, count on Tri-Green Equipment to give you a big tried and true advantage with our lineup of John Deere equipment. From riding mowers, compact utility tractors, gators, to large agricultural equipment, they've got serious game. Plus, the tried and true Tri-Green team is always there when you need an assist. Stop by one of our locations or visit TriGreenEquipment.com. Proud sponsors of Alabama Crimson Tide basketball.
At Alabama Roofing Professionals, our first priority is you, the customer, and ensuring that you are a happily satisfied customer with a roof that you love. We are professionals in the roofing business and will treat your home like it's our own. For a free quote, visit us online at alroofpros.com. Official roofing partner of the Crimson Tide, Alabama Roofing Professionals. Our name says it all.
What is dedication?
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that my kids wouldn't have a father. And I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. I definitely had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
I'm Chris Jakovic. I served in the United States Air Force, and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is, my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakovic, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Sears to Nelson, do it again. He does! Oh, mercy! Grant Nelson, back-to-back threes, and Bama leads by 6. Another Bama highlight presented by Yellowhammer Brewing, brewed locally in Alabama and served to fans across the Southeast. Right on cue, the head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Nate Oats, joining us here at Baumhower's Victory Grill. I could say it just like the name of the show. Hey, Coach, good to see you. Everything good?
Everything's good, Chris. You get 2 wins, it's all good.
It's a very good week when you get that done, and not easy like every other game within the league, Coach. It's a tough grind to go through, but you're able to pick up the victory on the road at Georgia with what you did in the last 10 minutes and what your squad was able to do really for 40 in the victory at home against Mississippi State.
Yeah, the Georgia one was big because if you're going to try to win the league, those games on the road when you don't play particularly well, should we start the game out down 17-2, somehow find a way, down 14 at the half, still somehow find a way to come back and get a win on the road's big. If we're fortunate enough to play well in the second half of the conference season here and we end up winning it, that's going to be one of those you look back at and really say, if we don't find a way to win that game, we probably don't give ourselves a chance to win it. So guys showed a lot of character, a lot of grit, a lot of fight. That was a big win to fight back from that. Then, we've been looking to get a dominant 40 minutes, and we really hadn't had it. I think that Mississippi State game at home, our last one was the closest thing we had to it. Once we got up 30, I thought our guys relaxed a little bit, and we're going to try to be a little better with that. But it was the first time I felt like we came out of the whole first half, kind of dominated the team, and then just kept our foot on it and didn't let them back in the game. So, and they were a little bit banged up, but that's still a really good Mississippi State team that it's going to turn around and win some games in the league, and they've already won some games and played some teams really tough. So two quality wins, one on the road, one at home. We've got a tough week here in front of us with 2 road games. I mean, if we can come out of this week with 2 wins, we'll put ourselves in a great spot to win the league. Obviously the big ones right in front of us at Auburn, they're a game behind us. So first place is on the line. It's a big rival game. We beat them at our place. They're going to be looking to get us at their place. It's a big game on Wednesday. I think our guys know that.
Coach, we talked about this, I believe, in the pregame the other night, but a really interesting answer, and so I'm going to run it by you again, if you don't mind. But what being ranked means to you and your program? There are a lot of coaches that don't necessarily like it. They don't acknowledge it. Obviously, they like being ranked because it means you had success, and clearly that is the same thing with your squad. And while your expectations are more than just being in the top 25 in the first week in February, it does have significance, and it is something I believe you addressed with your team.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to get recognition for playing well, but it really doesn't mean much. The selection committee, I think, comes out with their preliminary, what do they come out with, their first 16 in a couple weeks, I believe.
Right.
That to me means something. Those are the people that are going to decide where your seed is in the NCAA tournament. If you're looking to try to make a run in the NCAA tournament, the higher the seed you get, the better the odds are you make a run. So, I think in 2 weeks when those people come out with their rankings, that means something. Right now, it's nice to be ranked, but, I mean, if you look, I think somebody showed me the AP poll. South Carolina's ahead of us, like one in front of us. We beat them by 30, so, I'm not sure how much. And they're playing well. I mean, they've got good wins, but, it's nice to be ranked, but it doesn't mean a whole lot, to be honest with you.
16th right now in the nation in those rankings you just talked about that don't matter. Auburn 11th in one poll, 12th in another. I will say, Coach, as someone who's lived in the state my whole life and have seen some great days of both Alabama and Auburn basketball, it is a big deal, I think, for a lot of your fan base who only is the casual observer to see that you both are in the top 20. It gives added national relevance to the game in addition to being just the bragging rights.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think this game's become a national game rather than just a big game in the state of Alabama. It's now become a big game in the state of college basketball across the country. And, when both teams are ranked, and I'm not sure how often that happened, before these last 3 or 4 years, but, when it's been pretty frequent here in the last 3 or 4 years, when both teams are ranked, it's, you look on Wednesday night and see how many top 25 matchups are. They're probably not a ton. So it got the possibility of being the best game that night. I'm not sure what other games are on that night, but it's going to be one of the better games. They're going to be ready to play. I feel like our guys know what the intensity level is going to be. We will be ready to play. And, 16 and 11th or, 16th in the country, 11th in the country. We first place in the SEC's on the line. It's a big-time game.
Coach, it's time for our first question from the audience. It's brought to us by Alabama 811. And to help prevent injuries, outages, and loss of life, call 811 or visit al811.com before you dig. It's free. It's simple. It's the law. It's Pee Wee down in Grand Bay. Hey, buddy, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Pee Wee?
I'm doing excellent. Coach, I wanted to just for a minute talk about Grant Nelson. The game against Georgia, he hits the 2 threes at the end of the game, to seal it for us. And then the other night against Mississippi State, if I believe he only scores 2 points, but he was a monster on the defensive side of the ball. With the absence of Nick Pringle for these last 2 games, just talk about the way that Grant has played and Muhammad has played, because I can't pronounce his last name. But those 2 guys and Waggy, in Nick's absence, just how these guys have played and the difference they've made.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, Grant's really stepped up. I thought the first Mississippi State game was maybe when he really, in my opinion, felt like he was comfortable in SEC play. He did a great job on Tolu. It was unfortunate he fouled out and wasn't able to play a ton this last game against Mississippi State. But I think defensively he's gotten a lot better. He's been able to guard 5s better. We need him to do a great job on Broom. Broom kind of had his way with us the first game, so we're going to need him to play really well here against Auburn, against Broom. But Grant's been good. Wage's been really good as well. I mean, I thought he came in and changed the whole complexion of the game with that steal and his intensity, his aggressiveness and ball screen coverage. He's athletic, plays hard, makes stuff happen. And then Diabate in the front line's been really good too. We've been able to play him at some 4, at some 5, both. He's tough, he's physical, he gets to the old boards. He scored. He was 1 rebound away from a double last game with 14 and 9. So and Jaron Stevenson's playing a lot better. Our freshmen are coming along. Jaron, Sam, Mo, Diabate, those guys are coming along in the front court, really helping us out, rebounding it, playing a little tougher, a little bit better defense. So, with Grant and Wagebo stepping up, we've been able to get 2 big wins without Nick. Hopefully, we get Nick back here soon.
Hey, Coach, is presented by Alfa Insurance. Protect your car's home life and business with Alfa. Get a quote or find a local agent at alfainsurance.com. 877-202-BAMA. That's the Yellowhammer Brewing hotline if you'd like to be a part of the show. More with Coach Nate Oats from Baumhower's Victory Grille in a moment right here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Producing championship quality lumber is not an easy process, but at Everwood Preserving, it's our only process. wood treated right. Everwood offers top-notch pressure-treated wood for decks, outdoor structures, commercial jobs, and more that you can build your reputation on. When it comes to quality, we're on the winning team. Visit your local Everwood dealer today and discover the difference for yourself. Everwood Preserving Incorporated, the official lumber of the Alabama Crimson Tide. If you're looking for the best selection in Crimson Tide apparel, look no further than the Soup Store. The Soup Store is every Bama fan's ultimate destination for the hottest gear and accessories, with 3 great locations around campus to serve you: in Tuscaloosa on campus at the University Student Center, on the Strip in front of Bryant-Denny Stadium, and on Bryant Drive. If you can't get to Tuscaloosa, shop the Soup Store online at soupstore.ua.edu. The Soup Store is a proud partner of Alabama Athletics.
What you doing? Yeah, you. Listening to this ad right now. What you up to? Well, if you have auto insurance through Alfa, you know what you're not doing? Worrying about claims or stressing over coverage. Alfa handles the details for you so you can keep doing whatever you're doing. That's life with Alfa Insurance. Visit alfainsurance.com to learn more.
There's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but great teams let their performance do the talking, like the Ford F-150 truck with smart tech that'll help win the day and leave the competition speechless. That's why F-150 is the best-selling full-size pickup in Alabama. Greatness starts here. See your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Based on S&P Global Mobility Total, U.S. new vehicle registrations for the standard full-size pickup segment RYTD April 2023. Some models, trims, and features may not be available or may be subject to change.
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. You could say we know a thing or two about tradition. We've been family, community, and financially strong since we began in 1906. Being a team player is part of our culture. That's why at CB&S Bank, we're proud to sponsor the University of Alabama Athletics and prouder to take the field or court with you. Visit cbsbank.com today. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Griffin, 3, no good. Fought for him, saved though by Stevenson. Griffin tries it again, misses it again. Diabate, come on Rylan, make this one. Ask and you shall receive. Bank first, delivery. Our 3-pointers, Bama's got 7 of them and lead it by 22 with under a minute to go in the half, and the lid's coming off this place. Boy, it did indeed come off the place. Coach, Coleman Coliseum, so loud. When you make shots, there's a lot to get excited about. Your team played some really good defense as well, but tremendous shooting, tremendous effort, and great job on the glass as well in getting the win over Mississippi State.
No, we did. We did a really good job on the glass. Mississippi State's one of the better rebounding teams in the country. We didn't do a very good job on the glass against Georgia, so I told our guys, if we rebound like that against Mississippi State, we're going to get killed. Well, they've usually stepped up to the challenge when they've had to. We rebounded it well against Mississippi State the first time. So, I think our guys are pretty compliant. They try to do what we ask them. We got to show some toughness for 40 minutes all the time.
Right.
And, we still haven't had great starts. If we could get a better start now, we turned it around pretty quick against Mississippi State. So, I thought maybe the first 4 minutes wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. We just didn't have a lead, and then after that, we kind of took off. But, yeah, rebounding was a big part of it, both sides of the ball.
I know we've had you talk about this a little bit, Coach, but the 2 threes that Nelson hit, it wasn't in a close game. It was a tie ball game when he hit the first one and then makes the second one. It reminded me almost of the flurry you had last year at Arkansas, where Brandon makes the 3 after Noah Clowney hits a 3 to start it, and you get 3 in a row in a span of about 45 seconds that takes it from a 2-point game to 11. Not quite as much, not quite as dramatic, but, man, it was huge at the time it occurred.
No, those 2 threes that Grant hit, essentially won the game for us. And, a guy that struggled to shoot it for large parts of the year, we just try to keep getting in the gym, working, building confidence, and we know he's capable of it. So I tell him we got open, catch and shoot, step in threes, take them. We kind of had a pick and pop twice and shoot. He didn't really hesitate too much, knocked them both down. And ended up being really the difference in the game there late in the game.
Jaron Stevenson and Mo Diabate, who you also talked about last segment, Coach, but those are two freshmen. And as we all have discussed on more than one occasion, in Jaron's case, he's a high school senior, basically, age-wise. But you can see how things are coming together for them, and they're understanding not only the physicality but the pace that's needed at this level of college basketball, not to mention your system itself.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, Mo came in real physical. He kind of had to learn the system, learn how to play, with other shooters around him, when to drive, when to kick it, when to screen. Jaron can really shoot. Has showed physicality at the beginning, but it wasn't necessarily there all the time. We need to get him more consistent, playing hard, more physical, and he has. I mean, he's been rebounding it better. He could still rebound it a little bit better than what he is, but he's been playing tough, physical. He's making shots. His confidence is up. I think his effort has gone up a lot. The two of those guys really have helped our front line here the last few weeks, and we need him to continue to improve and really help us out as we move forward here.
Last thing before we let you run, what's the key in beating a team like Auburn, especially there? And I know you've already played them once, but it's a little different right now.
They play a lot better at home. We're going to have to keep our turnovers down. We've done a pretty good job of that the last 2 games. We had issues with that for the first 7 games in conference. And if they turn you over and really get the crowd into it and feed off their turnovers. So, our turnovers on offense, our rebounding on both sides of the ball, they're going to have to get some second chance points to score enough to beat us, and they typically do. We got to do a better job keeping them off the boards. We got to go get some old boards and some putbacks, and then our transition defense will be big too. Our big thing is we can't give them easy buckets. They're going to score some. They got some really good players. Broom's good. Jalen Williams good. They got some guards playing pretty good basketball right now. Denver Jones is playing better. They're going to make some tough shots. We can't give them easy ones. Easy ones off our turnovers. Easy ones jogging back in transition because they'll push it down your throat. Easy ones on the old boards. We got to eliminate their easy buckets.
Always appreciate the time. Thanks so much, and we'll see you down there on Wednesday, Coach.
Sounds good. Thanks, Chris. Roll Tide.
Coach Nate Oats with us here on Hey Coach. This segment presented by CB&S Bank. Bank anywhere at any time with CB&S Bank's digital solutions. Managing your finances has never been so easy thanks to CB&S Bank. Oh, by the way, the ultimate Crimson Tide shopping experience is at Alumni Hall. We'll tell you more about that on the other side of the break here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network, presented by Alfa. On the Crimson Tide.
Mario fue pintor más de 30 años. Cuando me dijo que se le estaban olvidando las cosas, fue difícil. Un día me dijeron que pintara el marco del lado por dentro y pinté el lado de afuera.
Yo le diría a la gente que le diga a su familia lo que está pasando con él.
Si algo se nota diferente, podría ser Alzheimer. Es momento de hablarlo. Visita alz.org/nuestras historias para saber más. Un mensaje de The Alzheimer's Association y the Ad Council.
Wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys! I love this song! I love these nachos. I love our kickball league. Ugh! I love this guy. What's your name? You know what I'd love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
There's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but great teams let their performance do the talking, like the Ford F-150 truck with smart tech that'll help win the day and leave the competition speechless. That's why F-150 is the best-selling full-size pickup in Alabama. Greatness starts here. See your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Based on S&P Global Mobility Total, U.S. new vehicle registrations for the standard full-size pickup segment RYTD April 2023. Some models, trims, and features may not be available or may be subject to change.
Trustmark is the bank that fits you to a
T.
You can bank right on your phone or
tablet
with the My Trustmark app. Our mortgage lenders will help you buy your dream
two-story tutor.
And Trustmark Tailored Wealth offers
tried and true
advice that makes
transforming
your future a piece of
toast.
Nice. Trustmark. People you trust. Advice that works. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
You can trust your car to the place with the star to get you to the things you love or travel near and far. With Texaco at your side, life can be a lovely ride. So trust your car to the Texaco star.
When you fill up with Texaco with Techron, you get unbeatable mileage to help make your adventures bigger than ever. Download the Texaco app to find a station near you.
Hi, I'm Nick Pringle.
And I'm Loyal McQueen.
Winter is a time for excitement of Crimson Tide basketball, but it is also when viruses that cause respiratory diseases are more rapid into our community.
Vaccination is important for everyone, and especially for those who are at higher risk of developing complications, including older Americans and those with medical conditions.
Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including COVID-19, flu, and RSV. So don't wait, vaccinate.
For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/immunization today. Stay safe and roll Tide.
The ultimate Crimson Tide shopping experience is at Alumni Hall. Get all your officially licensed Bama gear and apparel for the entire family, including top brands like Nike, Peter Millar, Southern Tide, and Johnny O at Alumni Hall. Shop at Alumni Hall in Tuscaloosa, Huntsville, or online at alumnihall.com. Alumni Hall, where Bama fans shop. Well, Bama fans are going to be on the road to Auburn. That's what's on tap next for Bama. Presented by Yellowhammer Brewing, brewed locally in Alabama and served to fans across the Southeast. Yellowhammer Brewing. The Tide will take on the Auburn Tigers from Neville Arena. Tip-off time is set for 6 o'clock on Wednesday. 5 o'clock will be our airtime on the network. And don't forget, Hey Coach, presented by Alfa Insurance, as well as the fact that if you miss any portion of tonight's show, you can always catch it on demand on our Alabama Insider podcast. Download and subscribe wherever you get your podcast. As we said, Hey Coach is presented by Alfa Insurance. Thanks to our studio engineer, Jerry Kelly, our producer, Tom Stipe, the Vice President, General Manager of the Crimson Tide Sports Network, Jim Carabin. Our Facebook Live production is taken care of very ably by Ethan Carabin as well. For everybody at the network, I'm Chris Stewart. Thanks for joining us. Roll Tide and good night.